WBAY TV, your first alert station. Action 2 News This Morning live stream starts now.
Good Tuesday morning. Good to have you with us on our Action 2 News This Morning live stream. I'm Tammy Elliott.
And I'm Emerson Lehman. Thanks for streaming along with us. And, you know, just looking at Manitowoc, it just looks cold out there this morning.
Yeah, it's nice to see the sunrise.
It is.
A little bit of
kind
sun.
Of brightening things up a little bit. It's just kind of dreary. You know, when you look at the temperature and it shows -6, you know it feels colder than that. You're just not looking forward to going outside today.
Yeah, and we're in a stretch of this bitter cold weather, dangerously cold. And Steve is back with us today to tell us more on our first alert weather day again.
And it's only going to get colder later this week. I know you're excited to hear about that, right? Yeah, we've got a pretty active Arctic pattern over the next 7 to 10 days. And we are still under a cold weather advisory from the National Weather Service until 10 o'clock this morning. This includes all these purple shaded counties, Manitowoc County, the Fox Cities, north into upper Michigan. Wind chills could dive down to -25 this morning. These are actual temperatures where it's 5 below in Oshkosh, 7 below in Oconto. The Golden Icicle Award goes to Rhinelander, 17 degrees below zero. But oh, hold on. We've got all that wind coming through. It's a west to southwest wind around 5 to 15 miles an hour. And while that won't blow you away, it is blowing your body heat away from you. And so you're going to perceive it to feel colder than what the temperature is telling you. So most of our wind chills in the Fox Valley are close to -20, 22 below in Manitowoc. You saw that live shot from our sky camera moments ago. Oh yes, Rhinelander, the Golden Icicle Award. They've got a wind chill right now of 36 degrees below zero. And before sunrise, their wind chill was approaching -40. We're at 6 below in Green Bay. Feels like 21 degrees below zero with that southwest wind at 8 miles an hour. Not a very strong wind, but very impactful for that feels like temperature. We do have clear skies. I am anticipating some sunshine, followed by increasing afternoon clouds. The high temperature, +9, but it will not feel that warm. I have to use air quotes to say warm, because here are the wind chills we're expecting on First Alert Pinpoint Predictor. Feels like temperatures through the midday, mainly in the teens below zero. But as we go deep into the afternoon and into this evening, single digits below zero. What's going to happen is that west to southwest wind is going to start to slow down as we get towards sunset.
Kristen Allen was joining us this morning talking about the importance, Steve, of not only making sure, you know, we're taken care of in terms of bundling up and whatnot, but your vehicles as well. You know, the batteries, the fluids, making sure you have an emergency
air pressure
kit.
in the tires.
Is she in the garage right now?
She's not. So
She's
that's why.
not.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring this up because she's.
I asked because the garage is like literally right.
Right.
Like if she was out there, she could hear me yelling.
She could. She is on her. She had to go to another shoot, so I wanted to bring that up. But it's important, Steve, because you want to check those things because this isn't just a one and done thing. This is just going to really last all week. These
Well,
Arctic
especially like your tires. I mean, you probably have seen that that little alert, that little that
Yep.
triangle that pops up on your dashboard for low air pressure. I mean, whenever we get these blasts of Arctic air, that's often what happens to cars. Tomorrow, when we get up to a high of almost 20, you might want to top off your air pressure in your
Good time
tires.
to do it, yeah.
Because you
Good
don't want to be
reminder.
doing that when the wind chill gets a lot worse later
yeah.
in the week. All right, our next weather maker, before another plunge of polar air, we get some light snow tonight into tomorrow morning. This is going to be especially from Green Bay in the south. Our severe weather outlook into tomorrow morning is in the low category. There's going to be some slippery travel, allow for some extra travel time. So we're dry, we're cold, we're clear across Wisconsin. Back across the northern Rockies, out towards Montana, low pressure is developing, and that is going to swoop down into the Corn Belt, producing some snow as it follows the path of the jet stream. We're kind of on the edge of this weather maker, so a lot of our snow is going to be more south as opposed to north. So we go from sunshine this morning to increasing clouds this afternoon, and here we are looking at 10 o'clock tonight. Snow showers, you can see they're mostly in the valley and down into southern Wisconsin, but even during the day on Wednesday, we'll have clouds and a few flurries and light snow showers. Those flakes will be wrapping up heading into Wednesday evening. Here's Pinpoint Predictor's snowfall forecast through tomorrow, up to 1 inch in the south. This is going to be a very powdery, dry kind of snow, but most folks farther north are going to get like a dusting to 1/2 inch. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. There's that snow on Wednesday. There'll be a burst of some flakes late Thursday as this even stronger surge of Arctic air moves in late this week. It's prompted First Alert weather days for Friday and for Saturday. Folks, those are high temperatures there. 7 below for a high on Friday. 2 below for a high on Saturday. The low temperatures, upper teens below 0. And then there's this with the wind chills Friday morning, the coldest we've seen in quite some time, in the 40s below 0. And Saturday's no picnic either. We're talking about wind chills to start off the weekend, mainly in the 20s below 0. I mean, that is very dangerous. We're probably talking about the possibility of getting frostbite on exposed skin in about 10 or 15 minutes, probably 10 minutes. So we really want people to plan ahead. It's pretty likely that there's going to be a lot of schools that are going to be closing on Friday. I'm not trying to twist any, any district person's arm, but the reality is that I'd be surprised if there's school for a lot of kids on Friday.
All right, just giving us a heads up on that. Yeah,
Be
and looking
prepared
at those
for it.
temperatures, right?
Plan ahead.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
All right, thanks, Steve. We have some pictures for you to check out this morning.
This was nice to take our minds off of the cold a little bit.
I know, it's the Northern Lights that our viewers were sharing their pictures. They were seeing them across Northeast Wisconsin. And obviously, you know, oftentimes you go out to get away from the city to capture these pictures, but with this cold weather, we're obviously letting you know to stay inside, just be smart as you're taking these pictures. Maybe some of these were taken from people's homes. Maybe they live in rural areas.
Yeah, and if you do happen to pop outside real quick, make sure you're bundled up. You're protecting yourself, and it's a great transition to Aisha and the First Alert Safety Desk, because you know, not only do we need to be taking care of ourselves, but our neighbors, our elderly family members who perhaps live on their own. We really want to check on everybody, our pets as well, exactly.
Yeah, totally. I was sorry. I was looking at my phone about a second ago, looking to see how many days until spring.
Oh.
So
The
as you guys were
countdown has
talking,
begun.
Yeah,
Too many.
About 58 more days.
Oh my gosh.
We'll get there. But yeah, I mean, covering up exposed skin this morning, very important. You know, we're susceptible on days like today, frostbite, hypothermia, especially if you're someone who has to be outside for whatever reason. So we'll show this right here. You've seen it before. I've shown it at the First Alert Safety Desk from National Weather Service, showing the difference between chilly weather, cold, and then extreme cold. That's what you should look like on a day like today.
Only the eyes
Just
showing,
your
right?
eyeballs,
With the
so you
extreme
can
cold.
see. Yeah, and dressing in layers. Covering up that exposed skin, your extremities, and so important to do that, your hands and your feet. And hypothermia, by the way, happens when your body is losing heat faster than it can produce it. And Steve talks a lot about how, you know, it just takes it right off of your skin. People who are most vulnerable, babies, you just mentioned it, Emerson, older adults, people with chronic illnesses. So anyone, NWS says, in that category, or has certain conditions, it's hard for them to regulate their temperature. So just something to think about. So if you have to be out there, again, dress in those layers, so important, cover up that exposed skin, and know the difference between frostbite and hypothermia. Try to seek shelter from the elements today as much as possible. I booked it to my car this morning, but once inside, change your clothing if you've been doing something outside, maybe you've been sweating, dress into something more dry and warm. And then if you do suspect anything like frostbite, go into a heated location, start warming up that affected area by using warm water or body heat. Do not use hot water or any radiant heat, something like a fireplace. It could be dangerous because that affected area could get easily burned, especially if you don't feel it right away. So redness, any pain, any of the skin, could be that first sign of frostbite, which could be dangerous. So if you do suspect that it's worse than that, and you're starting to warm up and you're still not feeling something in your fingers or your toes, make sure you seek medical attention right away. Check in, like you said, check in on those loved ones who are most vulnerable, or anybody. Just make sure. You never know if somebody's heat went out or something happened. So let's check in on our loved ones and each other, our neighbors, the kiddos, the pets, everyone, and kind of just have to get through this together.
You mentioned booking it to your car. Watch out for icy spots too.
Yes.
Do want to point that out, because I think a lot of people are probably
Right.
hustling
Be
if you're
careful.
parked outside.
Yeah.
It's icy out there too,
It
so you
is.
want to make
There's
sure
that.
you're not slipping and falling either. So just be aware of of the conditions that
Tis
you're
the
walking on
season.
either. So
Yeah.
It is, and
Yeah.
it's not going to end. You
I
saw
know.
those temperatures on Friday.
this
It's going to get
anyway.
worse between
Yeah,
now and the
right.
weekend. so.
58 days.
Yes.
Thanks for that
Counting
reminder.
down. Here we go.
I have a paper I
What do
need
you
to
got?
grab.
Appreciate it.
Can you
okay.
hand me the whiteboard
Oh,
as
yeah.
well while you're
Yes.
over there?
Absolutely.
We're doing
$3 whiteboard time.
our live stream
Here we go.
Ender,
Thank you.
pitched by our director, Josh. Thank you, Josh. So Josh has a book called Hidden Headlines of Wisconsin.
Hey.
We have
Yeah.
the book
Okay.
right
Isn't that
there.
cool?
This is very fun, very newsy. And we
Strange
are
and
going to be
unusual.
guessing. What are we guessing, Garrett? We're going to guess where these headlines came from and what year.
They're
and
real,
when. Okay.
Where
they're
and when.
real newspaper headlines.
These
or
are real.
stories, articles.
Garrett, Garrett did want us to
Probably
mention.
obscure, right?
Probably.
I think the some of how would you say it? Some of the ethics on what makes news or whatnot
Correct. Oh,
perhaps has changed.
sure.
So some of this may or may not have
I was just going to
have
say.
happened, but
we don't know if it's real,
we're
but it
gonna
was
go.
actually printed.
It was printed
Yeah,
in
it
a
was
as
newspaper.
news.
Yes.
Okay, got that.
Okay, let's
Here
get
we
to
go.
it. Number one.
How many do we got?
We have three.
There's three, all right.
So
Okay.
this one is called A False Report.
Okay.
James Mulligan of Blank, Wisconsin, narrowly escaped being buried alive Thursday. The funeral procession was slowly winding its way, I think is what that meant, its way to the church when the driver of the hearse heard groans from within,
Oh, my gosh.
following by smashing of glass. The casket was opened and Mulligan, fully restored to consciousness, sat up and began to inquire where he was.
No way.
That's A. And then B, he had been in a trance for 3 days. The above appeared in the city paper last week, dated from Loyal. The postmaster at Blank has since published a statement to the effect that no such occurrence has been heard of in this town.
Dated from Loyal.
Yeah.
So we're
know
supposed
that-
to guess
do we know that
what time
publication?
period and
These are all,
All
from,
from our
our
area.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that does help. It's
All
not
right.
from, Milwaukee or Madison or anything. It's from Northeast Wisconsin.
Appleton.
I'm going to
Sure.
say,
Sure.
yeah, go
What do you
ahead.
th- what
Let's
do
do
you- what do you wanna
Appleton.
go with?
No, I don't know.
I'll say 1970s.
I don't know either.
The 70s?
I'm going to say
Really?
like the 60s.
I feel like it's got to be
I
the.
feel like
50s
even
or
earlier.
I feel like it's got to be the
It's the way it
1800s
was
here.
written
Well,
was sort of like,
when did hearses come into existence?
Oh, that's right. Vehicles.
Oh, that's
My
a good
bad. I
idea.
didn't think of the hearse part. Well, could it
They're
be a
pretty
could it be a
old, 50s
horse-drawn
and
carriage
60s.
hearse?
I mean, 50s and 60s we would have had
Oh,
a
yeah,
hearse.
yeah.
But I
for
feel
sure,
like in the
for sure.
50s and 60s we would have known that this person was alive still.
Well, I think it just
Don't we?
happened. I think it just
I
happened.
think you're
right?
overthinking this.
Yeah. I think we are.
I think we're
just what
overthinking
happens.
Yeah.
Appleton. Oh, we're
Sure.
gonna need
Okay.
a new marker soon, Garrett.
Uh-oh.
And you said we're going the
1960s.
1960s?
$3
Where are
marker
we gonna get one
for
of
the
those?
$3 whiteboard. Hopefully less than $3.
They sell them at the dollar store.
$4.99 for the marker.
Okay, ready? Number 2 is called Strange Beastie that crawls or swims with huge paws and frightens people. That's the headline.
Sounds like Rhinelander, like the Hodag,
It
doesn't it?
does, doesn't it?
Oh.
Can we confirm that we're not
That's
considering
not
Rhinelander?
bad.
Is
as
Rhinelander in our
area?
area?
But I
Garrett?
have to read it. It's a huge
Oh, it's
blurb.
not.
Oh,
He
The
said it's not.
actual
Okay.
article
Just
goes,
okay, go
that's
ahead.
just the headline. So it says Blank County. So county is what we're looking at
Just
here.
better chance.
Blank County and its Cloverleaf Lakes have a sea serpent story. Oh,
Cloverleaf
where's that? I
Lakes.
forget. Where is that from?
Is that Shawano
It'll
County?
come to me.
Would it be Green Lake?
Random Lake.
Maybe.
Is it like where Random Lake is?
That's-
you know what I'm
that's
talking
like
about?
Sheboygan, Ozaki.
Sheboygan. I think it's
Cloverleaf?
Sheboygan.
Sheboygan?
Anyway,
Sure,
8
okay.
reputable residents, we don't talk like this, by the way. 8 reputable
Sometimes we
residents
do.
have seen the monster. As a result, terror reigns among the terror. There's some typos in here. Terror reigns among the Milwaukee and Chicago people who have cottages along the lakes.
It's Green Lake.
Oh.
As described by those who have seen the thing, it's more than 6 feet long, can swim on the surface or crawl about on the bottom. Its feet have long claws. Last Thursday, it chased 2 women in a boat. William A. Schradner, city treasurer of Blank, has seen the thing also. A baby alligator was turned loose in the lake some years ago, and the supposed sea serpent may be this reptile.
I feel like maybe, yeah,
Green Lake or Shawano? Like Green Lake County or Shawano?
Well, they mentioned Milwaukee.
Yeah,
So
so
it's
I
got to be
feel-
our southern viewing
Right.
area.
Totally.
and I know that
Or
I feel like there's some Illinois folks that go to Green Lake.
I've seen
Clover.
I've seen
Oh,
that.
we got
Oh, we have
3
three
minutes.
minutes.
And we have one more
We
to
gotta
go.
hurry up.
All right, let's
I
go.
say
I've seen this.
1920s.
Oh, sure.
1920s.
Okay, go
fine.
with the 20s.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, yeah, or 40s. I don't know.
All right.
Who cares?
There we
Okay.
go. Number 3.
Number 3, girl sleeps nearly a week is the headline. The article goes, the daughter of Edward J. Martin, an ex-alderman, awoke yesterday morning after sleeping nearly a week.
Does she work the morning shift? So sorry.
During that time, her slumber was wholly unbroken, and the strongest efforts of her attendants failed to awaken her. She took no nourishment during that time, and the only signs of life she manifested
Manifester.
it literally says it that way, were her breathing and a smile when attempts were made to awaken her. Thursday evening, she revived and was given nourishment, but she immediately relapsed into unconsciousness and did not awake again until yesterday morning.
What a nap.
Her physical condition is good, and she seems to have no ill effects from her long slumber.
She probably feels great.
At present, she is wide awake as ever and knows nothing of her long sleep.
All right, fast guess here.
How about like Oconto or something?
Oconto.
I don't know. And what year? What do you think? The decades?
1945.
Sure.
I don't know. It
Let's
seems
see it,
so
Garrett.
old.
What do we
It's
got?
sooner than
Let's
that
go for
It's
because
the
of
way
the
that
words.
they talk.
Iola.
Iola, the Marshville
Marinette,
Times.
at least you were close.
1906.
1906.
Clintonville.
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 Interesting.
Wow. In 1910. Okay, we were
Okay, but
close.
where? I need to know more.
Oh.
And then Marinette.
Girl
Okay, yeah, so we were
sleeps
close
a
with
week.
These
that
are
one.
all.
At least I was in the Northwoods.
1899.
These
I'm
are all
kind of
before
glad
World
we
War
don't
II.
talk like that anymore.
We don't. We talk very conversational as always.
Right.
Right?
Isn't
So
that
that
true?
was tough to read.
I want to look through this book though.
That's-
This is
That
fun.
was like
That's
Walter
cool.
Cronkite's speech.
That-
Hidden
That's
headlines
crazy.
of Wisconsin.
Oh, we'll look it up and
Has a
and
list of the
we'll dig
locations.
further into these stories.
Wow.
Shout out to our director Josh
Thank
for
you
this
for that.
awesome
Thank you.
Thanks, Josh.
That
idea.
was interesting.
Like a thrift store or what?
What?
Oh, the
At the
Dells.
Dells.
Oh, actually, that makes sense.
Yes.
All right. Have a good day, everybody. Stay
We'll
warm.
see ya.
A lot of